Well, hello and good morning, students. I am Vikas Vats, your biology teacher. My dear students, I just hope that you all are fine and healthy at your home and you are also following this COVID appropriate behavior. So, my dear student, in previous classes, we already studied about nutrition, how this nutrition takes place in plants, animals, as well as as well as in amoeba. So today we are going to study about the next life processes which are being done by the living organisms, that is respiration. So this respiration is also an important life processes because this is the only process through which we get the energy, and for doing various activity, for various metabolic reactions, this energy is being utilized, and respiration is the only processes which provides the energy, which satisfy the need of this energy. Now, what is respiration? The question is that what is respiration? So, respiration is the process of breaking down of food to liberate energy. And this process takes place in the presence of oxygen. So, by saying this line, we get one another definition of this respiration, that is the oxidation, the process of oxidation of food to release energy. Yes, this definition is also right because in the presence of oxygen only the glucose will get breakdown to release energy. So here oxidation takes place, means oxygen, in the presence of oxygen this glucose will be break down to liberate energy, and that energy is being utilized by our body cells for various metabolic reaction or for various activity. Now the next thing is what I am always telling, that glucose is being utilized. Glucose is break down to form energy. So here glucose is known as respiratory substrate. Here glucose is known as respiratory substrate. And what is this respiratory substrate means? In normal reactions, the substance that takes participate in the reaction, that is known as reactant. But in the process of this respiration, the substance, that is glucose, which is being participated in this process of respiration, so here glucose is not known as reactant, but a special term is given for this substance glucose, that is substrate. And here this substrate is glucose, means glucose is involved in the process of respiration to release energy. After that, the next question is, from where our body cells meets the requirement of this oxygen? Yes, this is the important thing. From where does our body cell meets the requirement of this oxygen? So it is somewhat interesting that we all living organisms are breathing. We all living organisms are breathing. And breathing is the only process in which we take oxygen and release carbon dioxide. So, breathing is the process of taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. Means we are taking oxygen from the atmosphere, because in atmosphere, I suppose to believe that you know the percentage of each gas present in the atmosphere. That means most abundant gas is nitrogen, that is 78%, and this oxygen is 21%, and remaining gases are included in 1%, like neon, argon, carbon, etc., dust, water vapor. All these things are included in 1%, and the 21% will be oxygen. So this taking of oxygen is also known as inhalation, and the process of releasing of carbon dioxide is also known as exhalation. So we can also define the breathing like this: inhalation, the process of inhalation of oxygen and exhalation of carbon dioxide is known as breathing. Is known as what? Breathing. So now we are going to study about the composition of gases or different things during inhalation. So while we are inhaling, so 21% will be oxygen, 0.04% will be carbon dioxide, and a little water vapor is also present during the period of inhalation. Now, what will happen during the exhalation period? Oxygen will be 16.4%, carbon dioxide will be 4.4%, and water vapor, a lot of water vapor will be released during exhalation period. Now, the question is, from where does this carbon dioxide will evolve in our body cells? So my dear student, the answer is, when glucose will be breakdown, when glucose get breakdown, so during that time it released carbon dioxide. It released carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide will be more in our blood cells. So through blood capillaries it reaches to the alveoli, and from there it will be diffuses and rushed out from our nostrils. So what will happen here? Now we are going to see the respiratory structure of human beings. So respiration started from nostrils, means through the nostrils. We have two nostrils inside our nose. So through these nostrils air enters inside our respiratory tract, and it reaches up to pharynx, and this pharynx is the common pathway for this food pipe, for this esophagus and windpipe. And from this pharynx the air enters inside a tubular part which is known as trachea. So the upper part of trachea have protruding structure which is known as larynx. This is the voice box, and inside the bird, this larynx is known as syrinx. So from there it reaches to trachea, and from trachea, this trachea will be divided into two main branches, which is known as bronchus. And this bronchus have the so many fine branches, which is known as bronchioles, and this bronchioles is attached with membranous sac-like structure, which is known as alveoli, which is known as what? Alveoli. So it seems to be like balloon. Now finally what happens? Through this bronchioles, air enters inside this alveoli, and from alveoli now the air will be diffused into the blood vessels. So this is alveoli and this is blood vessels. So what will happen? When we are doing inhalation, during that time the concentration of oxygen is more inside the alveoli and the concentration of oxygen is less inside these blood vessels. So if you have remembered the definition of diffusion, then it is very much clear to you all that from where to where this oxygen have to travel. So first of all, what is diffusion means? Diffusion is the process of movement of gas from its higher concentration to its lower concentration. Now what will happen? This oxygen will move from alveoli to these blood vessels, and these blood vessels have blood inside it, and inside the blood RBC is present, and this RBC contain what? A pigment, red color pigment, which is known as hemoglobin. So from there hemoglobin is attached with oxygen, and this hemoglobin acts as oxygen carrier, and it carries the oxygen to fulfill the need of every cell. Means this hemoglobin carry the oxygen and reaches to each and every cell, and in the presence of this oxygen the glucose will break down. Now from where does this carbon dioxide comes from? So in the presence of oxygen the glucose get break down to form energy in the form of ATP, as well as water, as well as carbon dioxide. Now what will happen? This carbon dioxide is the waste material for our body, so this blood is a good carrier for useful substance as well as the waste substances also. So now what will happen? This waste material is carried out by this blood, and it reaches near to the alveoli. Now what will happen? The concentration of carbon dioxide is more in the blood vessel, and the concentration of carbon dioxide is less inside the alveoli. Now what will happen? This carbon dioxide will diffuse from blood vessels to alveoli, and from alveoli it will be rushes out through the nostrils during the process of exhalation. So in this way, inhalation and exhalation takes place inside our body. So once again I am going to recap all the things whatever I taught you up to this point, that what is respiration. So it is the process of oxidation of food to release energy, as well as you can also say it as the process of breaking down of food to release energy. And this process is a vital process, means respiration is the only processes which meet the requirement of energy inside our body. And in the presence of oxygen, this breakdown of glucose takes place. So the question is, from where does this oxygen will come inside our body cells? The answer is the process breathing. So breathing is the process of intaking of oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. So by the process of breathing, the meet of requirement of this oxygen will completed. And this intaking of oxygen is also known as inhalation, and the releasing of carbon dioxide is known as exhalation. So the question is this breathing is also known as the process of inhalation and exhalation? Yes, breathing is also known as the process of inhalation as well as exhalation of air. And during inhalation we are taking oxygen, and during exhalation we are releasing carbon dioxide. So the questions arises here: is respiration dependent upon breathing? Yes, respiration dependent upon breathing, because breathing is the only process which meets the requirement of oxygen that is being utilized in the process of respiration for breaking down of food. And after that we studied the respiratory structure of human beings. So the air enters inside the body of human body through nostrils, and it reaches to the pharynx, which is the common pathway for both this food pipe and windpipe. And from that pharynx it enters inside the windpipe trachea, and the trachea have the protruding structure in upper part that is known as larynx. This is known as voice box. Inside the bird, this voice box is known as syrinx. And from trachea, this trachea have cartilaginous ring-like structure which prevents to collapse the wall of this trachea. And this trachea will be divided into two branches which is known as bronchus, and this bronchus have both these bronchus have fine branches which is known as bronchioles, and from bronchioles alveoli is attached, and finally this air enters inside this alveoli, and from this alveoli oxygen will be diffused inside the blood vessels, and the carbon dioxide will be diffused from blood vessels to this alveoli. And this is the process of gaseous exchange that takes place inside us. So my dear students, today this much only. Now I am going to give you some assignment question. You note it down. First, what is respiration? Second question, why respiration is also known as cellular respiration? Third question, explain the process of breathing. Fourth question, Is respiration dependent upon breathing? If yes, then give me the reason. If no, then also give the reasons. Draw a neat and level structure of respiratory structure of human beings. And how, next question is, how gaseous exchange takes place in human beings. So that's all for today video classes beta. So you just take care of yourself and strictly follow this COVID protocol. Means you have to wear the mask, sanitize your things frequently, wash your hands regularly, don't step your feet outside from the home, eat the food which is being cooked in your home only by your mother. So this is my heartiest appeal to everyone to follow this COVID appropriate behavior, and we shall meet in the live classes. Okay, so just take care everyone, stay safe, stay healthy.